major schools is a story where no matter how the season is gone, everything is on the line when they clash with the Commonwealth. Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 17th ranked team in the West, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports Football, I'm Reese. Alongside guys, we can't wait to see this game. We're looking forward to it all. We'll put total out to get started. You'll take the return, trying to get better field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there, and the Virginia Tech's offense will have the football first. So when these two met last year, eligibility was on the line. Virginia Tech got the win. The teams made it all. The Cavaliers did the season in disappointment.
Virginia Tech was able to end their season with a pop. Pop Watson, young freshman quarterback stepping in, and he went to work, David, throwing the football, showing off his athleticism. He was the difference for the Hokies, helping get them bowl eligible with this win last year.
And listen, the Hokies have had the advantage in this rivalry for a long time. Won 22 of the last 24. So I'm pretty mad, but I know Virginia's not good in this matchup, and they've got to find a way to somehow compete at a higher level and find a way to win this rivalry.
Nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any
Backbreaker for the defensive coordinator, because the first down he ran the ball, had a really nice short yardage situation, just completely blown up. Dan, you need more consistency from the guys up front.
dropping back. It's Droll. He puts the line arrow under it down the sideline. He's got it at the 20. And then bring it down after the long chunk play for the offense.
Man, how about the big down the field. I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Over the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, if that's man coverage, the receiver staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
Touchdown, Hokies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that middle area vacated, he said,
Ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ross. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Now on first and 27. Running behind that left side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. This rivalry dates back to 1895, the first time Virginia and Virginia Tech faced. I don't even think Virginia Tech was called the Hokies then.
And the names might have changed, and this rivalry's been consistent. The hatred is consistent. The disdain for each other is so much fun to watch late in the season.
There's just so much intensity in this game because it's normally played late in the year. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Morris. Fires to the big fella. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Selden. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
Looking for space. It's Stewart. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Working the middle, it's complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Hokies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Drones. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give on the inside. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control. A scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
He'll do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He breaks a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wants to throw. It's Morris. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Kick is in the air. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a 1st down. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is no question physically, Kylan Drones has all of the tools. And you think back to a year ago, if that Hail Mary stands against Miami and they get that win, maybe the season ends differently for Virginia Tech. This is a special talent. He's got to be more consistent.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the 1st half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the 1st half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hokies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. The give. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Morris. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Spits it out to the back. They're working that left side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, some real thrilling performances, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Cavs and Hokies. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Virginia Tech and Virginia plays out.
And the Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game now.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Complete on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They run the reverse.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home, makes a great play for a loss.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Heel off one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cavaliers look to keep this drive humming. They'll try the run. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He uncorks one deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that drop.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Fires downfield. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Courtney. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Morris. He's the tight end. Touchdown, Cavaliers! A great catch and run for 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, not much room to run.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The Hokies with the 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. Makes one man miss. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And the Hokies are flying down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looking downfield, it's Drones. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeper. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Already 2 for 2 on third down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. The play action fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Punt is on its way. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Dropping back, it's Morris. With the catch, it's Courtney. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Cavaliers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Morris. Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Touchdown, Virginia! And here they come, almost all the way back.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen, some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It was the Hokies gobbling up the Cavaliers in this one, and they will claim the Commonwealth Cup. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.